The World Economic Forum in Davos. It's where the top political, financial, and academic elites, as well as social entrepreneurs, gathered to share ideas and opinions that could reshape our world, not to mention rub shoulders and expand their network and horizons. From the ultimate in security and technological convenience, our Moon Conn-young provides an inside look at what made this year's gathering go off without a hitch.
The World Economic Forum draws about 2,500 global leaders every year to the town of Davos, and about 1,000 journalists come to cover them. And with Davos being a very small town, with a little over 10 hotels or so, the rest of us get to stay in Dorf or Klosters like here, a nearby town that's about 25 kilometers away from Davos Platz. Every morning, those who stay at Klosters like myself hop onto one of these shuttles that takes me directly to the Congress Center. A half-an-hour ride up the picturesque mountain. The joy of riding the shuttle is knowing the next conversation will be just as interesting.
So the way that neurons act
Neurons? At Davos, yes, at and not in, you never know who you'll come across with what expertise. It turns out Sanjita Bhatia is an MIT professor of bioengineering. Quite an educational session, I must say. Taking the shuttle every morning and night is also a fascinating part of the Davos experience. The next stage of the process is to penetrate through the really tough security here at the Congress Center, which itself takes some time. Davos works with a caste system of badges that determine your access to talks, meetings, just about everywhere. Stopped. Holders of white badges have access to all official sessions as well as lunches, dinners, which are generally off the record. An orange pass with a purple line, the one my video journalist has around his neck, has very limited access. Once you get beyond the entrance control, you'll find the place swarming with world leaders, business people, academics, and the big names. Want to find out who runs the world? All you need to do here is to take a look around. Within minutes, you'll run into the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, President of Mexico Enrique Peña Nieto. Hi, Mr. Secretary. Hi.
How are you?
And the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. Beyond these movers and shakers, the World Economic Forum is still a conference. Let me use my high-tech badge and find out what I have lined up for my afternoon. So I have welcoming remarks and special address chaired by Professor Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, Professor Klaus Schwab. It's this German economist who has made this high-powered talkfest a vital part of the business calendar for the world's political, financial, and academic elites every year for nearly 5 decades.
When you leave, the first wish, I hope you have made many friends here.
So the World Economic Forum in Davos is not just a conference, I suppose. Behind the mega-tight security in this tiny town with one road in and out and no airport, it's where the world's most influential and the most powerful make friends.